Hello, I'm still experimenting. As you can see, I've got the webcam phone up. Didn't want to go setting up everything, but I kind of wanted to give you guys kind of an update on my condition and my situation. I apologize for two things. If the air conditioner comes on again, or it's on auto right now, or if I start coughing a lot. I've had a lot of congestion. Now, of course, if you're following this on BW Media Spotlight or the Clutter Reports, you kind of already know a good chunk of this story. YouTube, I know I have YouTube subscribers who don't, excuse me, don't follow those sites, so I wanted to update kind of everybody at the same time, get us all on the same page as what's going on. So, for those of you who don't know, in 2016 I did have surgery. You can look up the vlogs on that. Basically, diverticulitis, and I had part of my colon removed. It was part of a big whole series of nonsense. And there was some hurt. Ended up having some hernia left behind. We thought it was just one hernia left behind, maybe two. But my gastrologist at the time didn't seem to think it was a big deal. Well, he retired last year, and at the end of last year, and the new one says, "Well, we don't worry about that stuff. If you're worried about it, hernia, go see the surgeon." So I wish he had. Wish the other one had said that, because we went to the surgeon, and it turned out he didn't even look at it very long for saying, "Yeah, we got to go in and take care of that." So, we scheduled the surgery. We thought it was going to be an outpatient thing. I still would be on the disabled list like I am right now. I'll get to that in a moment. We figured, one or maybe two hernias, stay there a while and then go home. They stopped counting the hernias at 7. All little ones. According to my dad, the surgeon compared it to Swiss cheese. There were a bunch of little hernias in there. So they figured I might be in so much pain, it's better to have me there at the hospital in case I needed pain medication. So I ended up spending the night there. Stop doing that. And then I went home. I'm still wearing a binder. The surgical wound is mostly closed. But I got the binder on to hold things in place so that while I'm healing, the hernia doesn't come back. That should go away in about a week or two. But I've been in a situation where I cannot. The next month, you may be seeing some jump cuts if I start coughing too much, just so it doesn't disturb your. I don't think you guys wanted to see me spit up. So it's going to be for a couple of weeks. I'll have this on for a couple more weeks, and then this week and next week, and I think next week I can finally take it off. I still am not going to be able to lift more than maybe 11 pounds for the next month. That's going to be going through. My long box is difficult, so comic reviews are going to be on hold for a while. I would like to get into a situation where. Hang on a minute. I'm sorry. I gotta do this to you, but I can't keep doing this. I gotta have one of these in my mouth. Hopefully, it won't be too distracting. Because otherwise, I'm just going to be coughing throughout this whole video. I'm never going to get it recorded. So anyway, I know it sounds funny now. Where was I? I'm not going to go through my long boxes for a while, so we're doing the daily comic reviews on my site. It's going to be a while unless I go all digital. The Robotech comics are probably the only ones I can really get to. Maybe the Star maybe the Star Trek comics. Should be easy to get to. So DC, which I'm already doing in Comixology anyway right now. Marvel, and whatever comes up on Saturday. I would have to go through my Comixology library for a while on that. Well, the thing is, I'm just starting to get my sleep cycle intact, so I'm not sleeping most of the day. And my balance is back, so I can come up here and into the studio in my attic and do stuff. Let's see. So I'm hoping to maybe in a few weeks come back with articles. I also want to finish that last video from Kineticon 2015 that I gotta do. I'm almost done with that art piece. And we got maybe 2 more characters in the background to work on. Our art piece is connected to that thumbnail. And then I've got to re-edit the video because, well, I had to use some of the stimulus money to get a new desktop computer. That's right. And a new laptop. And repair my car. I still got no money coming in. So I don't think I'm going to... I considered going to Kineticon this year, which is going to be in September. Everybody's still, I think, way too worried about the 2020 plague. So I really don't want to have that ruin my fun dealing with other people still freaking out over that. So we'll see what I got for funds next year. But I would like to be able to start. I mean, I can't even really drive right now. I could probably start driving in September. Probably too early to go running around a convention center for 3 days, and then making a big long trek to my hotel room, because I don't usually stay at the hotel the convention takes place in. So, probably not this year. Maybe next year. We'll see what the funds are like. I still don't have any money coming in, but I am hoping to start once I get the 2015 Kineticon video done. I hope to actually be able to start working on some of the video ideas that I've had. I want to finish the Robotech reviews. I got 3 more in that set, and then the video review after that will be kind of a walk into another video series that I want to do. I won't go into it right now, just in case I don't get to do it, or I'm pretty sure somebody else is doing something similar to what I'm going to do. My difference will be in presentation, hopefully. So as far as videos, I do hope to. I'm still hoping that by the end of the year, I will be doing a video a month. We'll see. At the very least this year, I'd like to do a Christmas special review. I may do some vlogs. I may do some RTS stuff. Because I'd like to do a few things that are YouTube specific. So like maybe I'd mention it on the site, or we just load something extra for YouTube. Basically, I'm still using YouTube as just kind of this place to store videos for my site, because YouTube is a pain to work with. And I've been looking into the 2 big potential challengers, and we've seen potential challengers die before. But I am looking at Odyssey and Rumble. Odyssey, I think, looks better as far as this whole site layout. It kind of looks like YouTube. The problem is, Rumble's actually kind of closer to Blip, really, when you think about it, as far as how people's pages are laid out there. The problem is my site host is kind of worried about viruses hidden in certain files. That was a big rumor, and they're still worried about it today. So, there are only certain sites that I can post from. The way Rumble does its embeds, I can actually work with them. Odyssey, I can't. So, what I'm thinking is maybe post my videos to both of them. That way, if I'm getting too much fight on YouTube, I have these other options. Because for me, it's not so much commentary. I do my commentary written. Here I do reviews and other fun things. But it's a point of fighting YouTube's very messed up content ID system. And a lot of people are getting, especially hits reviewers and commentators. So that's why I'm looking at these other options as kind of a backup plan. If YouTube fights me too much on it, I can still go to there, and I know that I can post these videos for you guys to see. I had so much fight with Clash of the Bionoids that I kind of want to look at other options as a backup plan, not abandoning YouTube just yet until they get a whole lot worse, and I'm not convinced that they won't. So, I think I just booked my favorite. So I do want to start making more video content and then posting it to the site. Another thing also, I think Rumble has closed captions and Odyssey doesn't. And I've been wanting to go through and do more with getting my older videos closed captioned. YouTube's closed captioning system is kind of a joke, the auto-generated stuff. But I don't even think Rumble has that. But they do have a way you can upload in closed caption. So there are ways to work with things. I'm planning to do a lot more experimenting this year, but in February and March I got sick, and I don't know if it was related to the hernias or not. I got sick on and off in February and March, and it's really started screwing up my whole year, and then the hernia came along. Now, as far as BW Media Spotlight, I do hope to return in a couple of weeks. I want to do some tweaking in next week or so. Next week, not really changing my theme or anything, because I still like the theme I've got, even though it's kind of old. Although I do keep an eye out on new themes when WordPress puts them out and say if any of them will be better, good way to update. So I may do a bit more into that. But I want to take I gotta update my blog roll. There's an RSS feed that doesn't work anymore. Even though the site's still new content being produced. So I want to I can fix that a bit. I want to put some record for some of my article series. As far as I'm going to do a bit more editing on this than I wanted to. But when I do come back, I'm going to resume the chapter-by-chapter review of Star Trek Prime Directive, the book that I was reviewing before I got sick. This sick. The other February and March I was getting sick. I'll try and review a BattleTech novel. So I'll resume that. But I think I'm going to be doing otherwise. There's one commentary I have been. I have started to get caught up in a few things. I know a bit more about Masters of the Universe Revelation, and there's one complaint that I have that other people on the internet have not brought up that I've seen so far. I do want to bring up, as far as the complaint that's being made, I think I needed to do a bit more research before I can comment on that complaint. But otherwise, I think I'm going to be doing a lot of filler video posting until I'm ready to start doing more regular articles. So bear with me on that. I'm only just now getting my sleep cycle back to something resembling normal for me. So I hope to do more articles with that. Here I'm coughing again. So maybe back to normal operation, maybe sometime in August. At the same time, there's also my birthday week coming up, and I think I deserve a personal break that doesn't involve me being sick for once this year. That'd be nice. Why not my birthday? July 13th, in case anyone wants to buy me something, which I doubt, but throwing it out there. Well, another jump cut, sorry. As far as the clutter reports, I think for that project, I think I'm just going to be trying to take some of the comics I have and listing them up in the Clutter for Sale page. I can't do a lot of, like I said, I can't do a lot of physical labor. Even I got to take another month and a couple weeks to heal before I can start doing any kind of lifting again. And then I can't just immediately say, "Oh, I'm healed. It's time to go lift up a Buick or something." I gotta kind of work my way back up. So I don't know how much physical labor I'm going to be able to do once I'm technically healed. I have lost a bit of weight though, which has been nice. I'd rather not do it being sick, but between February, March, and this, I actually have lost some weight. I was starting to do it without being sick, but what the heck. So, clutter reports probably going to take a little longer to get back, because a lot of my project reports will be just quick updates on what I've listed for the Clutter for Sale page, maybe some of the virtual clutter. It's going to be a slow build up back to doing regular clutter maintenance and trying to continue to get this studio, my bedroom, and whatever else into something that's easier to live in, that doesn't look like as much of a mess. So that's going to be a process. It'll be a little longer before I'm back to regular clutter report operations than I am regular BW operations, because that requires a bit more physical activity on my part. So we'll see what happens with that. I will try to keep the clutter report readers updated on that and what I've been doing, and that's all that I can do. So that's really it. It's like that. I talk about what I can do and what I plan to do with YouTube, what I plan to do with BW. I hope to get to BW soon, and I hope to get Jake and Leon back the first week I return. I'll have to come back with a Jake and Leon comic, and I still gotta finish up the Captain Yuletide world building project. I haven't given up getting this story guide, the production book, updated with all the character profiles and everything. And I'd like to have a Captain Yuletide this year. Hopefully I won't have to choose between Captain Yuletide and the Christmas special. I hope to be able to do both. We'll see how that goes. I've got to try to get myself back into a workflow. This has been a terrible year for productivity because I've spent so much of it sick or recovering or all this other stuff. And I hope not to visit a hospital again for a while, because I'm really tired of staying in hospitals. I'm tired of being artificially put out and cut open and things removed. I've had to remove part of my colon. I've removed a few teeth. The hernias we were glad to get rid of, but they replaced it with a wire mesh, so I've got that in me now, and I don't know what I can what kind of tests I'll be able to take in the future without burning my insides out, so that'll be fun. So we'll see what happens. It's just, this year has been kind of a personal disaster for me. And so hopefully, God willing, I'm coming out the other side of that. So, that's all I've got to report on right now. I just wanted to do this in video form so that YouTube knows what's been happening to me. Thank you all for subscribing. Thank you all for subscribing and reading BW Media Spotlight at bwspotlight.com and the Clutter Reports at clutterreport.wordpress.com. And of course, checking me out here on YouTube. YouTube.com/C/Shadowing Yeah, I think I made a review of Shadowing Tronics. Well, anyway, if you're watching this, watching this video, it's easy to find the YouTube channel. I may not put these kind of vlogs in on the Odyssey or Rumble pages when I start, because by then nobody's really gonna care. And we know that I can put these at least on YouTube for now. But that's all I've got to report. I hope you guys are all doing well. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for reading. Thank you for watching. I hope to make content worthy of your time and subscription. And until then, I wish you all happy creating. Have a good day. And we'll see how these things go in the future. There'll probably be more of these experimental vlogs as I try to learn to work with various equipment. See what I've got to upgrade, what I can do and can't do. It's a process in its own, so we'll see how all that goes. And until then, that's it for this time, and hopefully we'll see you with a video at some point soon.